everybody, it's your lonely trans girl heading out for a little overnighter. It's the Labor Day weekend. I've got Tuesday afternoon off. I have an extra day, and it's kind of cool because it's Monday today, and I'm watching everybody head back home. So hopefully, I'm actually doing something a little different tonight. I'm heading to a really quiet wreck site. I'm hoping to be the only one there, and try something a little more independent, wild. See how I make out. I got some things to test out to bring with me. I got a new tent. It's from MEC. It's called the Home 2. And compared to my little kids tent that broke at Otter Lake, I just set it up in the yard to try it out. It's like a freaking condominium, and the thing is huge. I can sit upright in it. I got starfish in the bloody thing. I think just that alone is going to add some comfort. But I've also ordered a new sleeping pad and sleeping bag that are actually more designed for people that like to sleep on their sides. Just me, I don't really like sleeping on my back. I'm finding that probably the major reason why I'm not getting good sleep when I'm camping. That and being squished up against the walls of my tent is probably an issue. So I'm going to try out that tent today, and then I watch a channel called Fandabi Bannock, and it's a dude who does kind of like experimental archaeology and tries to reenact some things from the past, and does historical martial arts and survival, all sorts of cool shit. I like his channel. It's really interesting. Check it out. But he made some Fandabi Bannock, he called it. So he looked at survival rations from 3 different eras, 3 different cultures, and kind of mashed them together into something he calls Fandabi Bannock. So I made some of that yesterday. I got a couple pieces in my bag, and that's all I brought for food. So if it doesn't work, you can blame him if I die. Well, we made it. Here is wee little Cup Lake. Like a little island in the center. This is pretty much the photo I saw on iOverlander. Oh my god. I'm out here all by myself. And I plan to stay here all by myself tonight. This is this is dream shit for me. I'm so happy. It's taken me a couple of years to build the skills and the courage to figure out how to do this. But I think I got it. I think that's just connecting back onto the road. Yeah, here we are, Cup Lake, Forest Service wreck site. We did it! This, even though you look small and innocent, I am going around that way when I leave because you like to suck me in and knock me off. I'm onto you, puddles. Sneaky little fuckers. As I give you a tour of Cup Lake, my home for the next few hours. There's an outhouse up in here. Handy. Should we see what it looks like? This could be fucking scary as hell. It's always good when they're trying to shove sticks in there to keep the stench away. Oh, ew. Yeah, there's mouse shits in there too. Hunt virus. Nice, nice, nice. Masami, you're fucking gorgeous. It's cool, and my new tent that I got slides right into my pannier, like tent poles and everything. I'm pretty stoked. I might have to move you, Masami. You might be in the flattest spot. Anyway, I will set up my stuff And I'll probably talk to y'all later because I got no one else to talk to. Okay, bye. Hey, it's super peaceful up here. I'm digging it a lot. There isn't a lot of mosquitoes either. Maybe more flies than mosquitoes, actually. Anyway, I got my tent set up. It's a bit of a faff. I'm still figuring out exactly how to do that. Struggled this time with the rainfly because you can configure it so you don't have to have it down all the way, and it's nice right now. I didn't want it to get super like hot and stuff, so I wanted it vented, but I don't think I did it right. I'll let you be the judge. But this be my crib, and that's how I figured how to. I don't know. I don't really know. That's not the way it looks in the diagram. And they didn't have a foot pad for this model available, so I didn't get one. I'm just using the old tarp I used with my other tent. It's about long enough. It's a little bit wide, so I just folded it up and rolled it underneath the edges. It should be good. It's actually, I think that cheap tarp's probably a little tougher than the foot pad you can actually buy. And check out this location. I decided to build my home on the waterfront because, you know, I could afford it. Was this site running me tonight? Free? I think. Yeah. Free. I totally can afford that. That's pretty dope for free. But come on in, MTV Crib style. I'll give you a tour. You probably didn't notice that. Let's do that again. Look at this fucking zipper. You shitting me? Are you shitting me? My other tent would snag like 7-8 times before it actually opened. Oh, there's a squirrel. I don't know if you can see him. Chipmunk, sorry. Hello, chipmunk. So there's some really cool birds hanging around my picnic table too. Oh, I scared him away. But yeah, this zipper, look at that. Wow. And so, yeah, I haven't really figured out exactly how I want to set this up inside. But I do like the idea of this massive doorway being like a front window. So when I was setting it up at home and just playing with it, I kind of had the vision that that's where my feet would go. And then I have tons of room on the sides for all my gear. And tons of room for me. I can totally stretch out, like, I can stretch out quite a bit. I think I'm on a bit of a slope. But check out this view when I wake up in the morning here. I'll give you the simulation. Look at that, hey? I like it. This is a fucking pretty cool tent. And I think I'm gonna enjoy using it for a long time to come. So, this kind of proves my point again. This tent was like 4 times the cost of my old one, but like it's awesome and it's gonna last for a long, long time. I mean, that other tent, I did get 2 seasons out of it. And that's not bad for a $50 tent. It was just horribly uncomfortable. And this one, like, I've got tons of room. So yeah, this is my beachfront for the day. And I don't know, man. Does that look like a snack hole to you? I'm hoping like groundhog, but it looks snacky to me. Snakes is scary. But yeah, check out this beautiful little lake. We've got it all to ourselves. It's pretty cool. Hey there. So, not quite dinner time. What time is it? It's like 4 o'clock. Oh, now I have no service. I had service a minute ago. Anyway, this is my dinner. This is one of those Fandabi Bannock breads. It's super dense. It's super hard. You can break it apart quite easily, but it didn't crumble in my pannier on the way up on over those rough roads or stuff, so that's really cool. And I know it's supposed to be dry, so I had some coffee here with me, but it's supposed to be enough to keep you going. There's a lot of lard inside, and there is a lot of flour, some oats. You can see that I put raisins in there, and I mentioned already the stuff I put in, but I put in some nut butter, like almond butter and cashews and like all those. It's peanut butter, but with all the other nuts. I put that in there, and then what you do is you press it into like a little cookie, and you bake it at like, I think this is like 200 Celsius ish for like 10 to 20 minutes till it starts browning. And then you turn the heat way down to about 50 or 60 degrees Celsius. My oven wouldn't go down that far, so I just put it as low as it could go, and then just bake them for another hour or so just to get all the moisture evaporated out. And then I just let them cool and put them in the freezer. So this is only half of one. I just want to try it and see what it's like. It's dry, but it's not gross. It's sweet. Brown sugar, that was another thing I put in, was a little bit of brown sugar. So the brown sugar is making it sweet. But that's really cool. I'm pretty happy about that, because I'm not really good with food and cooking and knowing what to eat. And honestly, everything is bad for you, and it's kind of made me paranoid to eat food. So there's a lot of times I'd rather just not eat than eat something that's gonna give me cancer. So I don't know what to eat, honestly. So this is super easy. I know what all the ingredients are. I know how to pronounce them. I know where they come from and how you make them. So all of that seems fairly natural to me. So, and I don't have like food allergies, like a gluten allergy or anything, but you could always substitute out stuff and make it any way you want. But yeah, check out the guy's channel. His name's Fandabi Bannock on the YouTubes. And thanks, man. This is a really cool idea. Now I can bring food with me that's not like a big hassle. Or expensive. And this will definitely fill me up in that little belly. I'm not gonna video any more of this. I'm gonna finish telling you I have a problem with food, but I have anxiety about people watching me eat too, so stop it! I'll talk to you later, bye! Oh, good morning, my lucky little dingoes. You guys get to see me wake up. It's probably something no one in human form is ever going to Start the morning making me cry. But sleep was great. I mean, this sleeping pad really stinks, and I can't wait to get the new one. It's really thin. It doesn't protect very much. I fall off it all the time. So this bag isn't bad though. But check this out. Wanna see my view? Look at that. Oh. What a thing to wake up to, hey? It was so quiet here last night. It was almost hard to sleep because I usually have like white noise and stuff going. And there was like just nothing. No generators, no screaming, no drinking bro dudes. Like just some little animals, some little birds, and I heard some little chipmunks and stuff squeaking around. And some pine cones falling from the trees, which sounded a little scary actually, until I figured out what it was. Alright, I'm gonna get my stuff ready for some breakfast and go see the sun. There we go. Breakfast the lonely way. Time to take my girl pills. I don't know if I've ever shared that with anybody. Like a personal thing, I guess, but I don't know. People might be curious what hormone therapy looks like. Not as radical, I don't think, as people believe. This like half tablet here. I have to take a half one of these every day to block my testosterone. And then I take these three little babies here. And that's my estrogen. I think they're 1 milligram tabs? 2 milligram tabs. So I take 6 milligrams of estrogen a day and a testosterone blocker. Just like that, I go from beast to beauty. Well, it's not like a super nice day today. I'm just gonna pack up and just get ready to go. I'm not gonna leave right away, but just get all my gear in the bike. Do you hear that loon? I saw him last night. I was hoping he would sing to me today. That was cool. But yeah, just gonna start packing this crap up, get it on the bike, and then take it a different way back. It's a little more tarmac, but I want to go down through the Christian Valley. I've been wanting to ride that road for a while, but just have a feeling it's pretty. So I'm gonna take that down to Westbridge and then the Highway 33 back up the road. So see if I can edit this into something more interesting than watching me take down my shit for hours. Sleeping bags. Pillow.
This is now the bag for my sleeping pad because it had some kind of sticker on it. It's the same company as this one. This sticker doesn't seem the same though. It's a sticker kind of like that, and it got wet and it started like delaminating, and the glue got on everything. Like you can still see bits of the glue on my sleeping bag cover. Oh my god, I was scrubbing the inside of these dry bags like WD-40 and everything to get the glue off. Like, damn you, climate! Packing up these air mattresses is always the biggest faff. The method you saw me using to deflate it, I just call the worm, I pop it out and then just smoosh that air right out of there. It's patented so you can use it, but it will cost you. That's pretty cute, yeah. You don't go camping for a fashion show. She says in her stunning purple raincoat. God, that is not a simple thing to fold. I'm gonna come up here again and do this when my new sleeping bag and bed mat come in. But I'm also gonna experiment with a different way of packing. I saw a guy, the Motorcycle Travel Channel, he just takes his stuff off like this and just squishes it up and throws it in his dry bag. And I'll try that and see how that works for me too. It'll definitely make packing up a lot easier, because folding up all this stuff is the hard part. So you don't want to like lay it in the dirt and get it all gross. And you can't really fold it when you're standing. And getting it back in the little bag is always really challenging. So, but I'll go with whatever way takes up less room. Somehow. That ain't no fucking good. Starting to figure out how to get a little like better at packing these. I noticed they kind of taper at the bottom. So at the bottom I've just put my ground tarp, which I used to put at the top, but it's kind of shaped a little bit shorter. It just kind of fills out the bottom nice. And then my new tent all in its package, that's tent poles and everything. It slides right in there on top, real easy. Something I have figured out with these soft bags with a waterproof bag on the inside. The best way I found to do it is put a couple items in here, then put it onto the bag, the pannier on the bike, and then finish loading it. Because if you don't have anything in the bag, trying to put something in kind of squishes the bag. It's just a faff. And if you load it too full, you can't get it into the pannier. So yeah. That's how I figured it worked, but I don't know. It might not be right. It's probably not, but it works for me. What I have in there. Where's my chair? the problem is like remembering how I had everything packed and like getting like a system in place like that. It's still pretty random. I don't always put things in the same spot. Gotta figure out what works for me, right? And also my memory's really shitty, so I can't remember where I put this to begin with, honestly. Love how all this shit fits on a motorcycle. Makes me so happy. This would still be cool in a car, don't get me wrong. But backpacking. I was just talking to my daughter for the first time in a while, and she's started doing a lot of backpacking and hiking and overnight trails with her boyfriend, and she's loving it. The day I talked to her, she had slept in a meadow the night before. Like dream shit. I would love to hang out in a meadow like that and just stay the night there. Oh my god, how cool would that be? So yeah, it'd still be cool. But there's just really something about combining it with my motorcycle. Just as bloody awesome. Like, I am the world's least badass person, but doing this with a motorcycle is kind of badass, and that feels pretty neat to like someone who's always been really introverted and sissy and like super not badass. Yeah, I'm sitting on my sleeping bag. You got a problem with that? YouTube? Vulgar display. What was I doing? I'm gonna decide how much I need to wear when I'm riding today. Alright, that's pretty much it. You don't really want to see anymore. I don't really want to show you anymore. It's a mutual thing. I'll talk to you later. Alright everybody, that was my very first solo camping. I wouldn't call it wild camping because it was an established rec site. It's just very seldomly used, which is why I picked it. But it went really, really well, much better than I was expecting. Which is exactly why I wanted to try it, because I knew that would be the case and that I'd probably enjoy myself. And I really did. Loving my new tent. That thing is freaking sweet. Yeah, we'll just give this road a go. Connect down the Christian Valley Road and down into Westbridge. I've had my eye on that for a while. It looks like a pretty stretch of pavement. But I get to go through this pretty stretch of gravel first. And I love that. That's quite the view, hey? Check that out.
that must be the Christian Valley. Spectacular. Gotta turn right here real sharp. Cool. So yeah, that was my very first ever super solo camp with like no one else around. Never stayed at anything but like an actual campground with families in it. That does make me feel safe. I have a hard time forming words, I'm so cold. But yeah, that does offer me some kind of safety or protection to know that there's people with families there. They're not gonna haul off and do something weird, right? Because that's the only time I was a little concerned last night. Is it was starting to get dark, and I heard a car pull up, and it was just kind of idling outside the rec site entranceway, and the music was like don't, and I'm just like, oh, holy fuck, please don't come here. Please don't come here. And they didn't. They drove off. Thank God. But you couldn't see me from the road, which is pretty cool too. But that was the only thing that actually creeped me out. And that was super interesting, fun, and I really liked it. It helped me break that little nagging fear that's in the back of your mind. Something bad is going to happen to you if you're by yourself. Yeah, I had a great time, and I'm sure I'll be doing a whole lot more of that. And I'm really interested to see what my next holiday kind of looks like. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll let y'all go. Thanks for joining me, if anyone did, for my first solo camping experience. And just a really cool ride. Some really cool areas. Alright, take care y'all. I'll talk to you soon.